Hello. Um, I have really been wondering if I should make this video. And the reason I've been deciding to make it is because I made a video about 10 days ago titled The Lex Situation is Sad. Obviously, talking about Mr. Lex Fi, his situation with controversy and allegations regarding Reagan or Pure Softy about him. And the reason I decided to make that video was because I saw a lot of people that weren't Lex but were associated with him being attacked, saying things like, "Well, how could you be his friend? How could you make videos with him because he's this terrible person?" And first off, me and Lex made a couple videos together, but I never knew him personally. Yeah, there was times I talked to him off camera. There were times where I even talked to him about specific topics, whether it is Black Ops 6 or Zombies for Charity or whatever. But those topics, me and Lex were never super close, and I would call him a friend, or at least somebody that has been a huge inspiration and mentor throughout my time in making videos. And the reason I made this video is because this initial evidence, which I'll put in air quotes because we'll get into that soon, was seen to me as damaging enough to where I could make a full video about it. Since then, a lot more information has come out, and I felt guilty because the information that I'm saying in this video can be seen as false. Now, I don't ever directly say certain things. First off, since day one, this is going to sound really left field, but since day one, I always knew Lex wasn't a pedophile, and I feel like that's a really big issue right now, is that word is being thrown around so much, going tossed around everywhere because of Dr. Disrespect, because of Chris Tyson and all these other situations. That word and that is getting thrown around so much that anytime there's any wrongdoing with abuse or an even age gap, that word is being thrown in. Lex and Ren were only 2 years apart difference. A 19-year-old and 17-year-old relationship isn't a pedophile. That is completely normal. Even if it's even a couple more years, as long as both parties are mature about it, and as long as one party isn't going to be 13 years old or under the age of 13, I don't ever think that there really is a crazy issue with it, unless obviously there is going to be some limits. You know what I mean? You can't go 5 years. You can't be a 19-year-old dating 14, right? But a 16-year-old dating an 18-year-old, 17-year-old dating a 19-year-old, I don't see a problem with that. And whether that is your moral compass or my moral compass, that is just something that I believe in, and I think a lot of people could possibly agree with me. And I don't think Lex is a groomer. I even said it in this video that those sort of words that were being used towards him were just false. And I still to this day think that, even after all the other allegations and evidence, you want to call it, has come out since then. But the whole situation with Lex going on is something that has really struck the zombies community deeply, and you see other creators getting pulled into it, whether they like it or not. And today's video isn't going to be me diving through the evidence and sort of saying, okay, well, let's see if this is true. We got to see this allegation. This is just going to be me talking from the heart, talking from somebody that has made videos with Lex, has sort of maybe switched, I don't want to say switched sides, but has seemed skeptical at him. And yeah, that is going to be today's video. So what I originally did is, because that video that I made originally is now false, I've decided to delete the video, or at least private. I privated the video, like I said, because I think a lot of the things I say in is fake. Like, for example, this right here is forged, completely fake. This note here, other things in this video that she leaves as evidence in her Google Doc, does a pretty good job at painting it as court of evidence, but I decided to private the footage just today after his video came out. Also, after this video, I decided to private a lot of my videos with Lex, besides videos with other people or Zombies for Charity related ones. I privated my hot takes video with him. I privated, I believe, some shorts I did with him. I privated other videos as well. And the reason I privated them is because at the time, it seemed like I was associating myself with somebody that I wouldn't want to associate myself. And, when we move, a lot of people, when we move into Black Ops 6, I'm hoping that all of these, obviously this is way more important than game. Anyone that says that the game is important and that this shouldn't be overtaking it is fucking stupid. That is the dumbest thing in the world. There's way more bigger problems than making fucking Call of Duty zombie videos. Come on. But Fucking, I just lost track. I'm trying to do this in one take. But any situation like that, people that are painting this as not important are fucking dumb. You let both sides of the story heal. Even if you are 100% convinced that one person is completely in the right or wrong, you let the other side hear. I think Lex is, a huge victim in this. But if she comes out with a part 3 talking about her side of the story, I'm definitely going to look at that. Because although he brings in a lot of evidence, you never know. You never know. We thought that she brought in a lot of evidence. Obviously, it was not that case. Lex made this video, 32 minutes, 35 seconds, about his allegations. And a lot has been happening. First off, he makes a lot of documented information. And that's what I really liked about this video. He brings a lot of receipts. He talks about different things. And what I want to talk about is this part, TikTok part, about her being a covert narcissist. Yes, she's insane. Yes, she's a psycho. But me seeing a TikTok about a guy painting through a similar experience that Lex is painting through doesn't speak to me as 100% proof she's a narcissist. Yeah, the tendencies are there. Yeah, you can definitely tell that she's got a lot of the same effects as one, but a TikTok is not going to do it. But everything else that he replies in here, the physical abuse, the cheating, the lies, the Z House stuff, the fake apologies, the turning against him has been sad. At first, a lot of people had a lot of sympathy for people like Smith Plays because he was seen as somebody that has just like a lot of other people have been caught in the crossfire. That, yeah, because you made a video with Lex, you're now associated with him and you're just as bad. How did you not know it was happening? Well, the truth is it wasn't happening. And you always have those kind of people who turn your back on you when situation like this happens. And I feel like that is where I initially went wrong in my first video. I never reached out to Lex. At the end of this video, he says, thank you to the people that all reached out. And I was not one of those people. I never reached out. I don't know who did. I'm guessing, a lot closer friends. But I was never somebody that reached out and asked if he was okay. I also was never somebody that unsubscribed, unfollowed, cut ties with him completely. I was just somebody that tried to keep my distance in case, because I thought that was the smart thing. And it still might be the smart thing to do, because I think no matter what side, if you want to choose a side that you're on, no matter which side you are on, whatever place, whatever moral idea, whatever belief you have in, there's going to be 50% of people that fucking attack you. That's just going to happen. And there's going to be people that hate Lex, other YouTubers that hate him, that are just going to attack him no matter what the fuck he says. Should Lex have let Reagan take over him? Should he have let her manipulate him, control him? Can you see Lex as sort of weak in his relationship? Yes. Can you see him as sort of somebody that somebody that was very easy to roll over? Yes. But should he have let that happen? No. But he also was very immature for his age. He was my age, younger than me. I'm not mature. He's way younger than me. And she also obviously is a horrible person. We're not even going to get to her too much. I mean, we gotta have to talk about it, but I hate just looking at her. I'm not gonna lie. But the unfortunate situation is, yes, Lex brings a lot of information here, and I don't want to get too much into the Smith Plays, JC Backfire, no J456 stuff, because although Lex does share some screenshots about what happened, about allegedly Noah cheating on him with Fusely, the fucking Among Us streamer, unfucking god, that's nuts. The JC Backfire shit with Emmy. I've met Noah and JC before, in person. I've talked to JC a couple times. JC sent me some free stuff from Deviation Games before that company went under, and now he works at a new company at PlayStation. I talked to both of them at ZWC for a brief amount of time. JC knows who I am. He does follow me, whatever. But I haven't talked to JC in probably 2 years. And I've never talked to Noah except for once at ZWC, and he probably doesn't know who I am. So I can't really give an input into that situation of, well, I can't believe that is happening. I can't believe you guys did this to Lex. And because, yes, on the surface level, it looks like 100% they turned their back on him. I personally can't sit there and say, yeah, I was there when they did that. So I can't comment on everything that's happening there. There is way more going on with this whole Lex situation here. And the reason I feel like I should be talking about it is because of the previous video that I made, and because I am at least somewhat tied to the YouTuber being accused here. And although I fucked up for not reaching out to him initially, for not for that original video being, I don't want to say fake because I was just reading what I saw, but that initial video not being as critical to the information that I was looking at, I want this video to sort of be a sort of me coming out in defense of him. And like I said, no matter what's going to happen, people are going to attack this video. People are going to attack me. People are going to attack YouTubers that I'm with. I've already seen it happen. I've already seen people attack me. I've seen shit like, oh my god, Lex is a YouTuber. Lex is going down. I wonder what Legend thinks his dad is okay. The fuck? I've seen people say, this Legend guy has been a clone of Lex, and now Lex is a pedophile. I wonder what he's thinking. The fuck? Yes, I've gotten nice comments to my last, fucking response of me being mature, and that's really great and all, but the maturity obviously wasn't there for me because I didn't read all the information as thoroughly as I could. First off, she completely forged text messages because the text messages that she alleged that she sent were before 5G existed, and on the text messages that she did send, 5G was apparent on there, and they were rated as today. Other information is the letter, the Dada letter, one of the craziest things that I read in the last video, where I was kind of wheezing and cringing while reading it, if I can find it here. That whole thing was also proven completely fake, as the LLC on the bottom of the letter was not edit.tv LLC. That is not the name of it. Yes, he has a website called edit.tv, but the LLC is not the name of it. So how is that URL or that letter going to be sent from them if it's not from the same website? You get what I'm saying. You go through this video and you see a lot of information of her sort of getting messages from him and twisting that story. He says in this video about his personal struggles that he went through throughout the entire thing off the internet, how he has been implemented into a hospital, how he's had a near suicidal event back in 2022, which I could 100% see happening. But as you move more and more and more, the whole video, he really paints an image of her being a psychotic, narcissistic, although there's no proof of that, like I said earlier, but a psychotic piece of shit human being that isn't groomed, who was originally an obsessed fan, which you should never date fans. That's something that I think he made a mistake as well. Don't date fans. But a obsessive fan that he was too blind to see, I guess, is the way I'm going to describe it. This whole video as well is something that it's hard to talk about this in one take. I don't want to go in here and edit this video really high because I honestly don't want to go back and listen to what I have to say. I just want to kind of say what's on my mind. Lex is somebody that's always meant a lot to me, even before I met him. He was a YouTuber that I watched all the time. He's the main reason I started making zombies content. And I think that's apparent when you watch my videos. I think I even mentioned it in my last one. But this whole situation has unfortunately been something that he will never escape from. This will always be a defining moment when you think of Mr. Lexify. Back in the day, it was like Mr. Lexify, fucking, he hates minions. Oh, Mr. Lexify. Anime intro, Mr. Lexify. Remember the time when? But this will now forever, taint his legacy, whether it is his fault or it isn't. I also want to say this. People that idolize zombie creators and want to be like other creators that are bigger, whether that is me for some reason, even though I have 2,000 subscribers, or somebody with 100,000 million, whatever it is, don't idolize creators. Yes, you can want to be a creator yourself, and us, and I don't say us because I'm fucking 2,000, but creators inspiring you is awesome. But a lot of people in this community are dog shit leeches. A lot of them are fake as fuck when they put their face on the internet and then they're completely different. Yes, everyone's slightly different. I'm obviously going to be more animated when I'm on video. Going to be more happy. Going to be more, oh my god, this hot take is crazy. But it is 100% apparent when people are faking it. There are leeches on this community that will do anything to get viewership, do anything to get the final dollar, do anything, lie, manipulate their audience, whether it is intentionally, whether it is unintentionally, whether it is blatant, or whether it is little subtle things. There are many YouTubers, not just in the zombies community, but in the YouTube in general, that are so fucking scummy. And you have to make sure to put yourself around the right people so that you don't get trapped in that scummy side of YouTube. Now, I've known about scummy YouTubers for a very long time, and I've never wanted to talk about it because I feel like if I'm gonna talk about it, first off, I don't have the audience to back me. If I was gonna go after some YouTuber and be like, yeah, this guy is a horrible piece of shit. He does this, this, this. He has this beliefs. Yes, I'm obviously gonna get attacked by them, and then nobody's gonna want to hear my side of the story. But the difference between those kind of situations is, part of me feel like it's not my place. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like I said, there are terrible YouTubers behind the scenes, and with the whole bigger zombie YouTuber idea, when you talk about JC, Pat, Noah, I know nothing about that. That's not even what I'm mentioning. I'm not saying I have secret information about Noah. I don't want to make it seem like I have some crazy information that's gonna leak out. But I just want to get to the bottom line. There are fucking leeches in this community. Do not at all idolize any of them, including myself. You want to enjoy content? Go right ahead. You want to watch people's content? Go right ahead. You want to try to get involved yourself? Be a part of the zombies community? Go ahead. You want to make your own videos? That's awesome. Go ahead. Don't ever get so attached to creator that you are going to die on a hill defending them, or you are going to want to be them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's happened so much in gaming, and I hate that shit. The reaction on Twitter has been very mixed. People have been attacking not just Lex, not just her, but other YouTubers as well. I don't think it's the right thing to attack YouTubers that have nothing to do with this. I've seen people attack Fusely, the person that Noah J allegedly cheated on Martina with, his ex-wife. And although the timeline, definitely adds up, I don't think it's fair to attack her, Fusely, the person that Noah cheated on his wife with, like she has any sort of involvement, and then message her and say, wow, you're a part of the Diddy party. They not like us, Kendrick Lamar. Like I said in the beginning of the video, that word pedophile that's being thrown around is being thrown around way too easily, and people are getting so sucked in. It's nuts. Yeah. I feel like, let me continue what I was saying. So Lex released this video, like I said. He turned off comments, and people are saying Lex beat the allegations. Lex came down from 3-0. But all these fucking memes. I think Lex made an incredible response here, and I don't want to say that because it's edited well and he talks well in it, but a lot of people will give these fake ass fucking apologies, these fake ass fucking like shows that they'll do where they'll say, I'm sorry for anyone that has caused pain in this, and people will be fake as fuck with that kind of shit. But I don't see that here. I don't see that fakeness here. I see someone that's been hurt, genuinely hurt, and somebody that is just here to defend themselves. I mean, this is his livelihood. He's lost thousands of dollars from extortion. I will say this, Lex, you should have brought up that this was happening years ago. I know that the internet is so fucking awful at the point where you will come out with solid information, solid evidence against somebody, and they will not give a fuck because you're a man, she's a woman, and it doesn't matter because you're the abuser. I know that's a real thing. I know that's a thing that a lot of men deal with. Something that I feel like has been getting talked about more recently, but still doesn't as much. But you should have come out on your own and say this. Even though she forced you to lie at the Z house about your age, you should have pulled them aside and told them, no, she's actually 17. She wants me to lie about it. But at the same time, it looks like the people that he was around wasn't a great support system. That's what it looks like to me. So, like I said, we're going to see two different sides of every story. We're going to play cat and mouse. And the reason we're going to see both sides of the story. But I feel like with Lex's response here, he does a great job at, I don't want to say painting her as a villain, because if you're painting someone as a villain, it's like you are covering it up and making your own artistic style. All he is doing is just presenting things that have happened with screenshots and information with just a timeline. That's all he's doing throughout this whole video. As far as Lex's Christianity, as far as people attacking him before him bookmarking and liking as some people are seeing as homophobic tweets and transphobic tweets. I don't think that you can judge a person's complete and utter belief system based off of likes and bookmarks on tweets. I think that is kind of petty. I'm not just saying that that's because of Lex, but there will be times where I will like a stupid ass Instagram meme that says some dumb shit, and just because that Instagram meme says some dumb shit doesn't mean that I'm gonna fucking agree with it. Or I see some shit on Instagram or Twitter that is like a serious topic, a serious conversation that not everyone's gonna believe in, but I like the tweet so that I can go back to it later and send it to my friends, ask them what they think about it, or talk about it because it was on my mind to my family. That isn't really stuff like that. I've never seen as an issue. People that have been like, "Whoa, he actually did this," and blah blah blah. I don't think that's a fair judgment to say, "Yeah, Lex is transphobic. Yeah, Lex is homophobic because of these tweets." I think that's stupid. I think that's ridiculous. It's very different seeing, direct messages to people that got leaked of him being a horrible person, saying, not joking about things, but being very serious about it. There's a difference between that, and there's a difference between liking tweets and asking a group chat. That's very different. And yeah, so I don't think that's a fair point. Some other brief points he adds in is the legal case that happens. Now, this is just a clear contradiction between her video and his. He talks about how there is a legal document going on between cease and desist and many different lawyers and many different specialties. She says in her video there's not, but there clearly is. So why is that a response? Like, why is she lying about that? If she's going to lie about the 5G, if she's going to lie about the other thing, if she's going to lie about all these other things, then why believe anything else she has to say if she's lied about at least 3 or 4 things 100% confirmed? She's lied about the 5G thing, about minoring. She's lied about the fucking letter that's sent, the Dada letter. She lied about the other things with the fucking. She lied about all this. It's like, how are you gonna believe anything she says when all this is lie? Now, I will say one thing. In the video, Lex talks about how he's not a groomer because of their age gap, which is 2 years. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. Lex is not a groomer, right? Lex is not a pedophile. He also says in the same video that she is a pedophile for the 4-year age gap between her and Lawrence, the other man that she cheated on Lex with, who was 21 and 17. I'm going to be honest. I don't think she's a pedophile. Is she a toxic, manipulative, terrible bitch, lying, scumbag, piece of shit? 100%. Is she super manipulative, super extortion, done all these terrible things, used him for his body, used him for his money, used him for all these things? Yes, 100% she is. But she's not a pedophile by the definition. It's a 4-year age gap between 17 and 21. Is she a weird fucking super senior that I would have made fun of in high school? 100%. I'd be like, what the fuck? There'd be girls in my high school that are 17 that would be dating 23-year-old dudes. And I'd be like, why? And I get girls like to date older guys. I understand that father figure sort of aspect in their life, that they want to date older, mature men. I 100% get that. Most girls like to date older guys. That's just a thing. But to say that she is a pedophile because of strictly the age gap between 17 and 21, I don't think that's a fair thing to say. I know that he's under emotional distress, and like I said, that word pedophile is being thrown around. I don't think she's a pedophile. I think she's a sexual abuser. I think she's a manipulator, a liar, a terrible person, extortion, everything, all in between. But I don't think she's a pedophile. I also don't like her fucking reaction to everything going on. How she sort of celebrates that she was being groomed in these videos. How she jokes about it, and how she also tries to be this poster child and this seek for attention. I understand that there are times that I do this too, where tough times happen, you joke about it. I just got a tire hit my car the other day. Shortly after, I had a very difficult time at my work. Did I joke about the tire hitting me even though I was having a super shitty day? Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I said I should have dodged it like a banana peel in Mario Kart. Of course I said that. Am I still happy that it's happened? No, that's a horrible thing that happened. That's not me trying to relate my situation being better than this or any more valid or worse than this situation. That's just me saying that people deal with struggle differently. Some people deal with it in terms of literally Some people deal with the struggle certain ways, and some people deal with the struggle other ways. But this is a situation where laughing about that struggle isn't possible. There is no fucking way that she is laughing at this sort of rate and feeling any sort of empathy. Like, her, as somebody that knows abuse that has happened to people very close to him, as somebody that has been in horrible toxic relationships in the past that have been taken advantage of, feel like that is just something that so many different people go through. It fucking disgusts me that she can have this fucking response and then get on her Twitch and be like, post Twitch stream trauma dump, and fucking sit there and make jokes about her fake fucking harassment. That is fucking disgusting to me. So fucking disgusting. There is no way that makes me more mad than anything else. That makes me more upset than anything else, because there is genuine people in this world that I know everybody knows. Everybody has people in their life that have been through that, or if they not have been through that themselves. And I'm not saying the situation that I've been through is anywhere similar to this. I'm just saying that everyone has had their struggles. Everyone has had their struggles. Whether you are a man or woman, does not matter. Everyone has had their struggles. Whether you are straight, gay, I don't give a fuck. Everyone has had their struggles. But to have those struggles, then go on your stream and make fun of it and paint yourself as a victim when you yourself was the abuser is the most fucking disgusting, vile thing about this whole thing. Fucking terrible. Anyways, just had to get that off my chest. Feel like I'm running myself in circles. I want to end this video by apologizing to one, my fans. Because, listen, people will apologize and give this fake-ass apology and say, you know what, apologize, blah, blah, blah. But I want to say two things. Number one, I talked to other creators about if I should make this video or not and what my response should be. I know some people are holding out to make a response, and I know some people made an initial response right away. But here's what I think about the response. Number one, I should have not jumped to conclusions about the whole situation. I know in my original video, I never said Lex was a groomer. I never said he was a pedophile. I never said he was any of these things. I never said that. I did say that it was weird. I did say that he's a super senior. I did say these other things as well. And I did say that there's evidence that he did these terrible things. I shouldn't have jumped to that conclusion. And I feel guilty because if this was somebody that I considered a friend, and I fucked up in that sense that I kind of turned my back on it, and I feel guilty for that. The second thing I want to say as well is people that have been attacking any other person, please don't do that. Please don't attack Lex. Please don't attack her. Let this end. Let this die. The reason I'm posting this now and not waiting a day is because Black Ops 6 Zombie is going to come out. I'm going to watch the trailer, and then I'm going to just move on from this. And I know Lex won't be able to move on, and other people won't be able to move on, and this will probably be dwindled over into Black Ops 6 because this is more important, but I'm going to try my best to move on from this. Third, I did also, after the fact that this happened, I did send a DM to Lex after this video, apologizing to him, not initially sending a message to him, asking him if he's all right, asking for his side of the story. I should have done that. Like I said, me and Lex were never close, but I should have done that. And I also want to say to the YouTubers that are attacking Lex, I feel like there's no matter what he says, no matter what sort of proof he comes out with, I do feel like no matter what happens, they are going to constantly attack him. I just see it happening. I can see it pretty obviously that is something that is going to happen. And it sucks. It does suck. But either way, I think that is kind of where I want to leave it. She's a horrible person. She's an abuser. And he definitely made some mistakes. He's not innocent in this. But is he an abuser? No. Is he a groomer? No. Is he somebody that was in over his head? Yeah. Was he somebody that got manipulated easily? Yeah. Is he somebody that should have stood on his ground more? Yeah. But how could you blame him? How could you blame him? There are plenty of people in this fucking video, watching this video, including myself, that have been pushovers before. Everyone has had it that I can think of. Everyone has been like that before. It's something that happens. You learn from those mistakes. It's just unfortunate that he had a way worse situation than many other people do. And Yeah. So I hope everyone, if you watch the end of this video, um, just know that my final views is that I'm honestly on Lex's side. If you don't want to pick, don't pick a side. Have your own opinion. Don't let my video sway you. Go watch her. Go look at her documents. Go look at his documents. Go watch his video. Go look at everything. Don't just go watch Lex's video. Watch everything. Watch all perspectives of this. Make your own opinion. My opinion, she is a piece of shit, horrible human being, and Lex is a victim. Thank you all so much. I hope you guys had a great day. And when you guys watch YouTubers, make sure you guys are watching the right people. Don't watch fucking weirdos. Like I said, I hope you have a great day. And yeah, have a good one, y'all. Peace out.